Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is Matt Football on EA Sports.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd manageable with that run.
And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Myles Gaskin taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another run with Gaskin. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Shouting through the defense.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So Tua and the Dolphins down 21-10, 80 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. He's going to let it fly, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10. Tua. Able to connect with Fuller. And bumped down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's Tua. He's got it complete to Waddle. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up. Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down. Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. On 2nd down, a run with Dolphins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory. I've got to go back to which